Yeah, sorry about this. About a month ago, I sent all the panelists some questions, and basically it was, where does your company see itself going? What's the forecast for your payload size and quantity for the next X years? And is your price going to go up and down? And like true suppliers, none of them replied. I had to press them, and then 2 came in very quickly, and the rest came in dribs and drabs, and one actually sent the information about 7 o'clock this morning. But some of the responses, I got back some very interesting comments, which I think we all know, and if we'd been sitting here yesterday, they'd all be very relevant. Larger satellites because of the electronic propulsion, Ka-band heavy satellites, requirement for dual launch capability, more antennas on the satellites, export credit capability, which people have got to have. Everyone's got to have a 5-meter fairing, and we've got some ITAR issues. And then this morning, SpaceX came along and said, we foresee a launch costing $7 million. Well, okay, let's ignore the 7. Let's say $15 million. I think as Tom Choi said, at $7 million, $15 million, every operator would change their game plan completely. Every supplier would change their game plan completely. We wouldn't be building satellites exactly as we are today. So a lot of these questions, I think, it might be interesting to go on that and say, where do you see your companies if you're going to compete with a $15 million launch program? So Richard, where do you see your company competing with a $15 million launch?
Am I connected? Yes.
Yes.
You've raised the question immediately with Barry, which is SpaceX is an interesting phenomenon. We saw it, and you just mentioned it. I thought it was 5 or 7 or 15 million.
Why don't you talk about Ariane Space rather than SpaceX first? Where would you compete with a $15 million?
I've got to talk about what I'm competing with.
All right.
Okay. So I think, because that then predicates exactly how we will compete when we analyse what we're competing with, obviously. We like to analyse the competition. So today, SpaceX hasn't launched into the geostationary orbit yet, but they're doing very well, and their progress is going forward amazingly well. What I'm discovering in the market, though, is that SpaceX primarily seems to be selling a dream, which is good. We should all dream. I think the $5 million launch or $15 million is a bit of the dream. Personally, I think reusability is a dream. And I think recently I was at a session where I was told that there's no recovery plan because they're not going to have any failures. So I think that's a part of a dream. So at the moment, I feel that we're looking, and you're presenting to me, how am I going to respond to a dream? And my answer to respond to a dream is, first of all, you don't wake people up. They have to wake up on their own. And then once the market has woken up to the dream and the reality, then we'll compete with that.
But they are looking at a price which is about half yours today.
It's a dream.
Well, all right. Supposing that you wake up and they're there, what would you Ariane Space do?
We would have to react to it. They're not supermen, so whatever they can do, we can do. We would then have to follow. But today, at the moment, we don't see it as a reality.
Super women on our staff.
Yeah.
So, it really is a theoretical question at this moment in time.
Yeah, I personally don't believe it's going to be theoretical for that much longer. They've done everything they've almost said they can do. That's true.
SpaceX primarily seems to be selling a dream. Personally, I think reusability is a dream. How am I going to respond to a dream? First of all, you don't wake people up. They have to wake up on their own. And then once the market has woken up to the dream and the reality, then we'll compete with that. It's a dream.
Supposing that you wake up and they're there, what would you Ariane Space do?
We would have to react to it. They're not supermen, so whatever they can do, we can do.